Hope you are doing well. Now in this session we will learn about variation. Variation is a part of this topic. Now a small topic here. Variation. Variation means it is a change. A change means change in one variable due to change made in another variable. That is the meaning of variation. Now let us discuss types of variation using the variables. Now the first discussion, now it is a direct variation, and second one it's a indirect variation. Indirect variation, and one more, it is a joint variation. Joint variation means a combination of the direct and indirect. Now let us discuss direct variation by using two variables x and y. Now x and y are the two variables here. Now when the value of x increases, y increases. When the value of x decreases, y is also decreases. Means these two are in a direct proportion. Means x and y varies directly proportional. Now let us take x1, y1, x2, y2. Now there are two variables. The proportion here it's a direct, means what is the relation we get? Now the relation x1 by x2 is equal to y1 by y2. This is the relation between the variables when they are in a direct proportion. Similarly, indirect variation. Indirect variation means now using the same variables x and y. Now when the value of x increases, y decreases. When x decreases, value of y increases. Means x and y, these two are in inversely proportional. When x increases, y decreases. When x decreases, y increases. Now x1, y1, x2, y2. Now using the variables, now what is the relation? Means inversely proportional means x1, y1 is equal to x2, y2. This is the inverse variation. Now what is the third one? It is a combination. Combination means the sum of these, the direct and the indirect. Now I am using the three variables here x, y, z. Now let us take x, y and the variables. When x increases, y decreases. What is the other variable here? Z, it is a constant. Now x and y, these two are in inverse proportion. Inverse proportion means x proportional to 1 by y. Now what is the other? Now just let us discuss x and z. X and z means x increases, z is also increases, whereas y is a constant. When y is a constant, then what is the result here? X and y are in a direct proportion. Now combining these two we get x proportional to z by y. X proportional to z by y means what is the relation here? Now x1, y1 by x2, y2 is equal to z1 by z2. This is a relation between the variables when when three variables are given x, y, z, combining both inverse and direct. Now look at the next question. P varies directly with the square of q when r is a constant, and inversely with r when q is a constant. When q is equal to 6 and r is equal to 3, then p is equal to 24. Find p when q is equal to 8 and r is equal to 4. Now what is the variation? What are the variations here? Now p directly varies with the square of q. P directly proportional to square of q means p proportional to q square. What is the other variable here? R, which is a constant. R is a constant here. What is the second one? And it is inversely varies with the r. So p proportional to 1 by r. Now the constant here, it's a q. Now these are the two variations. Now the values of p, q, r is given. What are the values of p, q, r? P, q and r. The values are q is equal to 6 and r is equal to 3 at the same time P is equal to 24. Now what to find? P value to be find when Q is equal to 8 and R is equal to 4. Now what is the combination? Combining these two we get. Now what is the variation? P1 R1 by P2 R2 is equal to Q1 square by Q2 square. Now combining these two, what is the relation here? PR proportional to Q square. Substitute the values and simplify results. Answer now P value. P1 it is a 24. Now R1 it is a 3 by P2 to be fine. Now R2 it is a 4 is equal to Q1 square by Q2 square, means Q1 it is a 6. So 6 into 6. Now Q2 it is a 8. So 8 into 8. Solving this. Now what is the cancellation here? Now 3 it is 2 times. The product of these two numbers is 12. 12 it goes 2 times. Now what is the result? Now 4 it is 2 times. 2 into 2 4. 4 into 8 32. The value of P it is a 32. Now the right choice for this question, option 4. Now look at the next question. X varies with the cube of y when z is a constant and varies inversely with z when y is a constant. If y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 8, then x is equal to 12. Now find x when y is equal to 8 and z is equal to 24. Now what are the variations here? X proportional to, x varies directly with the cube of y, means x proportional to y cube. What is the constant here? The constant is z. Z is a constant. What is the second variation? Inversely with z. X inversely with z. What it mean? Now the y constant here. The values of x, y and z is given. Now what are the values of x, y and z? X, y and z. Now the value of y is equal to 4. Now z 8 and x 12. What about the second case? Find the value of x when y is equal to 8 and z is equal to 24. Now what is the variation we get combining these two? X proportional to y cube by z. Now what is the relation? The x1 z1 by x2 z2 is equal to y1 cube by y2 cube. Now substitute the values and simplify the results, the value of x2. Now substitute the values means, now the values of x1 z1 it is a 12 and 8. The x2 z2 means now it is a x and 24, and whatever the y1 value 4. So 4 into 4 into 4 by y2 value it is 8. So 8 into 8 into 8. Solving this. Now what is the cancellation? Now 8 it goes 3 times. Now 3 4 times. Now what is the result? 4 to 4 we can cancel. What is the remaining here? Now 4 it is a 2 times and 4 again 2 times. Now what is the value of x? It is a 8 into 4 32. So x is equal to 32. The right choice for this question, option 1. Now look at the next question. A is directly proportional to b when c is a constant and inversely proportional to the square of c when b is a constant. In a particular instance, when a is equal to 18, b is equal to 25, c is equal to 10, find a if c is equal to 9 and b is equal to 18. Now what is the first variation here? A directly proportional to b. A directly proportional to b. Now what is the constant here? The constant is c. C is a constant. What is the second variation? Inversely proportional, A inversely proportional to square of c. A inversely proportional to square of c means A proportional to 1 by c square. So what is the constant in the second instance? It is a b. Now, what about the values of A, B and C? The values of A, B and C. Now, the first case A 18, B 25 and the value of C, it is a 10. Now, what to find? A2 to be fine and the values of B and C are C is a 9 and B is equal to 18. Now, what is a joint variation? Combining these two, we get a joint variation. Now, A proportional to B by C square. B by C square means now we can write this as A1 C1 square by A2 C2 square is equal to B1 by B2. Substitute the values, simplify, results, answer. Now, what about the A1 and C1 value? A1 is equal to 18, the C1 is equal to 10. So, 10 into 10 by A2 to be find. Now, C2 value, it is a 9. So, 9 into 9 is equal to B1 by B2. B1 is equal to 25, B2 is equal to 18. Now, what is the cancellation here? 9, exactly 2 times. What about the 9? Exactly 2 times. Now, 25 means 5 into 5. So, 5 here 2 times, one more 5 is there. So, that 5 here again 2 times. Now, what is the product of all the remaining numbers? Now, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 4, it is a 16. The value of A, it is a 16. Now, the right choice for this question is option 2. Now, look at the next question. A diamond falls down and breaks into 3 pieces whose weights are in the ratio 2:3:5. The value of the diamond is directly proportional to the cube of its weight. If the original diamond is worth rupees 3,43,000, what is the loss in the value due to breakage? Now, the diamond falls and breaks into 3 pieces. What about the weights of the 3 pieces here? The weights are in the ratio 2:3:5. What about the variation? The value of the diamond is directly proportional to cube of its weight. Now, before breakage and after breakage, now what is the worth of the diamond here? The worth of the diamond, originally it is a 3,43,000 rupees. This is the original value. Just observe the value of the diamond before breakage and after breakage based on the weights. Now, after breakage and the other one is before breakage. Now, how these weight and the value, these two are related means it is a direct variation. The value is directly proportional to cube of its weight. After breakage, we got 3 pieces here 2:3:5. The first piece weight 2, so 2 cube means 8 and the second piece it is a 3 cube, it is how much? 27, that is the value based on its weight. Now, third one it is a 5 cube means 125. What is the sum of all these parts? 8 plus 27 it is 35, 35 plus 125 results 160. After breakage it is 160. Before breakage means now just by applying the same variation. Now, what is the sum of the weights here? 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 5, it is a 10. So, 10 cube. 10 cube means it is a 1000. Now, original worth is a 1000. Now, the after breakage, what is the value? It is a 160. What is the loss due to breakage? Loss means difference in these two. The loss is 840. When we assume by using the weights here, what about the difference in the values? What is the difference in what is the loss due to breakage means? Now, out of 1000, the loss is 840. Now, when the value is 3,43,000, then what about the loss? Now, simplify this 840 into 3,43,000 by 1000. Now, what is the cancellation? We can cancel 3 zeros, 3 zeros. The product of these two is the result. Now, result is 288120. What is the right choice for this question? Option 4.